Apparently they're having a block party. Neighbors throwing some junk out. Little kitty toys and shit, they always break them. Yeah, we'll get to what the video title is. Car seats and maybe, I don't know, garbage, net. Yeah, and they're having a block party. First time that ever happened. But we are here to take a look at the backyard in full summer mode. This is the front. There is something that you're going to see in the next video, and you're looking right at it. It's in plain sight, except it's in total stealth mode. Plainly visible, but yet total stealth. So let's go around to the back of the yard. Take a look at the lights and everything for the back of the yard. The light by the garbage can still works after all these years. Yellowed, but it still works. Urlitoy, was that the name? I can't remember. I'm amazed that's one of the earliest lights I put out. And coming down over here, it's mainly the same stuff if you watch this every year. The HAOYISHU solar lights can do warm or cool white. I got them on cool. There's two of them. Here's a fun thing. Well, it's not as clear and, you know, nice as it used to be. Look at that one. Yeah, indirect sun, not really indirect sun. They still work great on both warm or cool, so that's all good. Okay, so I'm running a sale. We got that. We have the Innoo Infinitu, rather. My original fire lights around the pool. There were 4 of them. I think China sent these. Yeah. And then one of them crapped out last year or something like that. I sent it to Rolling TARDIS, and indeed he fixed it. And I haven't used that one yet because these are still working. But meanwhile, I bought new ones for the pool. I decided this year I'm also going to try to keep the this stuff, which could be fennel, could be false fennel. It's fennel, I know that. So keep that kind of chopped down, because otherwise it grows up to like here. This power washing I need to do, I'm not getting to it this year. I'm just not. It needs, but it's not the year for it. I've had enough. This one isn't straight. Who put this in? It doesn't want to turn. Well, we'll make believe. They're not all perfectly straight in that. They're close enough. So there's that. And then we want to go take a look at the pool. The pool is not perfect. You see, it's later in the day, so we don't have the sun coming in. But yeah, I turned that shit from green to blue. Crystal clear blue. It's all there. Turtle is swimming around. The lime float is over there. We'll take a look at all that. I ran Robot. He ran great. Put a new bag on him. New tail scrubber on him. We still have him out because got people coming on the weekend. So might need to run Robot again. Oh, I forgot I got to put these guys away. The skimmer things. Still have the manual vacuum out because that too I use for the pile of leaves in the corner. It's just easier to do that. Fireworks, sorry. We have a waterfall now. It's down at the far end of the pool. Yeah, it's ghetto. I get that. I understand. Oh yeah, it's voice controlled. But I got the app, you know. So there's a waterfall. There's also colored lights in the pool. That China had also sent. This I just put out this morning temporarily. I don't know if I like anything here, but what's nice is the plugs reach. So that's how we're going to do that. But let's ignore the waterfall for the time being. Like I said, we'll ignore the waterfall for the time being. And these are the WaLensee or WaLensee replacement firelights around the pool. Look how nice that is. I gotta add some water to it soon. But so we got 4 of those, but check this out. These are missing their little rubber covers over the switches. And indeed, one of them was dicked, and I fixed it. Because I did what Rolling TARDIS did. Problem is with the switch itself, and now that it doesn't have its rubber thing on it, it's exposed, and I just shot it with some contact cleaner and played with it, and it's just barely on a hair trigger. And it works. You touch it, it doesn't. Oh, look at that. We got 2 lights here. They're pointing opposite. We got one there. And we have one there. And those are the ALUSSO. There's links to all this in the prescription, of course. The ALUSSO color solar lights. The whiff had suggested to put these here and paint the fence with light. I said, all right, well, we could try it. You know, I don't know. Turns out that was a nice idea, and I really like it. Clock still works, so that's awesome. Unintended bonus from these lights are that when it paints the fence with light, you can see the Clark. So that's cool. So I guess we'll go around over here. This way I can show you the plugs. See, these lights are magnetic, and that goes here to here to a control box. And this is Bluetooth only. So we're going to ignore the waterfall. This is Bluetooth only, but yeah, it's got an app, and I can change. If I want green, I can have green. If I want just blue, I can have blue. You know, all that kind of great shit. Oh, right, I got a waterfall. So it's leaking. It's kind of a gimmick to be here. This is dumb. But it is kind of nice. They gave you glue with the stuff, with the product to... So I use duct tape for the video, and that's kind of how I'm leaving it. So that's why it's leaking, because it leaks from that. It's not a perfect seal. The hose for it just kind of runs, and I just kind of put it over on the shallow part over there. A little pond pump, nothing special. And that plugs in over here to the BN link 1 to 3 extension cord. I forget the length. There's a link in the prescription to that. Had actually a little extra length on that, but over here ran into a little bit of trouble. The white cord is what's feeding this, And why is there a wire going way up the tree? We're going to get to that. The white wire is another BN Link product, and I thought that would just barely be long enough. Well, it's just a little short, so I'm not fond of it, and it just barely makes it. Plugged into that is this, which is an old Tekken outdoor rated dual smart plug, so that definitely won't trip any GFCIs. That's all good. And that plugged in, the green cord is the light in the pool, the colored lights and the waterfall. And over here is the Doin' Will's motion sensor controller, and that leads up over there. The solar light that was in the tree has finally died. We'll get to that. We got the chaise lounge. Chair is here so I can administer this. I'm not done setting it all up. It'll work enough. Got some lilies over here. These were from last year. They came back. Not looking too hot right now. Purple Wandering Jew. And a HAOYISHU firelight lantern. Whiff had this hiding out. It's only been out here for like a week, so it still looks good. As opposed to the umbrella that was red, that's not red anymore. Here is, well, here, we'll kind of go here and go back. Here is the old solar light that was in the tree. It's got a green light. It's all there. There's nothing wrong with it except the battery is dead. There's an ant. The, what was it, Babu? I can't remember the name. Babushka? The colored light, it lights in colors and it floats in the pool, and I said no, and we'll leave it on the table. So it gives you a nice little pop of color. And I still can't find where the other one went. That disappeared years ago in the garage somewhere. We have a Kidness statue, and his tail butterfly lights up. That's solar, right? So that'll die. So figure leave it on the table, and maybe that lights up real nice. The other HAOYISHU lantern, take a look at how yellow the plastic has gotten. And coming back over here, there's the light. That is the Pactanvo, I think, barn light with the Doin' Will's wireless motion sensor. It's not working too well up there. Maybe because the other trunk of the tree is right there. Not sure. I got to move it from there. It's just duct taped onto the tree. So I got to try that. The light does have a photocell on it, so it's kind of fail if you turn it on during the day, because it will actually come on for the first click for a couple of seconds, and then it says, oh wait, it's light out, we don't need that. But then the motion sensor says, which actually just flashed red if you caught it, then the motion sensor says, oh wait, motion, turn on, and the light, not having power now, says, oh wait, I gotta turn on. Oh geez, you know, it's light out, I gotta turn off. So it actually will come on during the day for a couple of seconds, and you don't want to leave it on. Okay. So over here we have the gun sign. It's not straight. I tried straightening it before, it didn't work. So we have the gun sign. I forget who made it. There's a link in the prescription. Oh, hey, the Lumery lights around Rhoda, who's had a haircut. She's looking a little, she's filling back out. I didn't get a chance to trim any of that yet. I don't think I will. Fire pit might get away. I need to mow. Might get away with one more fire in it, but I think the bottom's going to fall out. So then we'll just set the whole lawn on fire, and that's fine. So there's that. To get this white cord in here, I had to, well, I had to make nice with Rhoda. I had to make nice with Rhoda, and she let me into her leaves. Okay, that was funny. I had to go back there, and the problem is we're overrun with berry plants over here. It's going to grow. Just randomly started, but you can't see it. But in there, the greenery in the back. Yeah, there's like 3 more berry plants in there. So that's not great. I must have trimmed that. So there's that. But anyway, I could only get it halfway, and then I had to come in the other side to get it plugged in. There it is there. You can see the white cord. So the fence lights, Rhoda's lights, and the new stuff is all fed off of that, which heads all the way back to the pool. We'll get there. The no soliciting sign with solar light. Forget who made that. The yellow sunflowers that spin in the wind. We got our, what do you call it there? The turtle with the baby on the back. The pink flamingos, of course, that was here when we moved in. The swan, didn't get a plant for that this year. The Niporal lights for China, let solar light up. Can't remember. There's a bumblebee. There is a bumblebee. Look at that. Oh, another one down there. On the purple plant, just barely see his purple pot down there. The bunny sign that I re-glued, there's a link to that in the prescription. And dag nabbit, or dadgummit, but the moon is crooked. I'll have to fix it later. The sun, moon, and star, also from China, can't remember the name, and the other sunflower. This pisses me off. I hate cutting this every year, and it's just been, it rained for 4 days, and then it turned super hot. So you can't even touch this. You melt as soon as you go outside. Coming down over here, the ACs, of course. Upstairs running. What else is new? Same logic, weather station. Haven't had a stitch of trouble with that whatsoever. Pool, not heating anymore. The pool blew up. Put a link to that in the prescription. Pump's leaking. We knew that. If that's not bird shit on the wire, then probably safe. But it's a kind of minor leak. It's not really bothering anything. Cracked housing on the pump basket. Pump housing. But it's been cracked for years and leaking for years, so oh well. I'm really not losing much water from it, quite honestly. I might need to call Cindy in for this. That's bad. Yeah, it grew too big already, so we're probably going to have to cut that down. The tropical plant is here, but there are no Judy blooms yet, so we don't have that. the round alien light, I don't know, that still works. Stays out all year, no less. And there's that. Over here, the hose reel, we'll put a link to that in the description, and also put a link to the warranty claim that I had to make on it. Incidentally, while still tight, it's much more functional. I put some of that silicone grease on it, and that seemed to quell that. And yeah, so here's the backyard. Once I put away the vacuum stuff, that, and the only other problem I have that I just can't do anything about is the birdies shit here, because they got a branch here that they like to sleep on, and they shit while they sleep, and that's what you get. But you do get to see the birdies sleep at night, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and we have the glass block. This was another story. This, I decided to see why it doesn't last. And I did not come to any real conclusion. You ever hear the expression painting yourself into a corner? That's exactly what I did with this. I had to put, the table is not sitting on level ground, so it's been wonky. I gotta fix that. Just move it around a bit. I put these pads on it because without it, it'll slide around on the table, kind of like that. This is actual glass, by the way, as far as I can tell. But I put these on, and I went to open this thing to see what in the hell was going on, and I was dumb because I painted myself into a corner. I forgot there's screws under these, so I went popping the glass off. They had this like silicone and all that. I wasn't going to go to that trouble, so I hot glued it shut, and it's been holding. The first time didn't take, but I redid it, and that actually has been holding nice and watertight. First time I had condensation in there. Second time, like I said, it rained for 4 days, so no problem. So that's all good. And all I needed to do was take the rubber feet off of it and take those screws out and get to the AA size battery in there and replace that. So I still haven't done that. It lasts about an hour. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, these guys here, the Lightom will help you get your Z's. And we've got some plants over here. There's one in the front also, but you know, again, I showed you the there's something new in the front. You'll see that with the lights on at night, the outside lights at night, which is going to be the next video. So there's that. I cleaned the outside table, did all the chairs as well. And yesterday I went through this room and cleaned the entire table down and did everything. And there's copper things there that I polished up. That box got to get out of here. And otherwise, I think we're pretty much ramping up. This was the Tech-In outdoor 2-outlet thing. I just did that this morning. This Lumery sprinkler thing doesn't work too well, but they sent me another one that's different. The Sark trail camera, I forget if there was a video on that. Thought about putting that on the tree, but haven't gotten to that yet. Still have the Independence themed napkins we didn't open last year. And that thing we got from like $P. The wine bottle upside down looking, wine glass upside down looking light thing that does colors and white and all that. There's this thing, I can't remember what the fuck that was either. And that does, it's got a Bluetooth speaker on it, it's rusting. And it lights up in different colors. And then we have this CF Grow flame light, which is from CF Grow. That's good. So there's all that. And these are the earbuds that I have that sometimes I'll use while working in the yard if I don't want to put the whole music on. And we have the star projector over here. The computer has been replaced from, was it last year? The year before, I think, is when it died. Had a video on the fridge. That is working just peachy keen. It's 38.7. I ran the temperature down now that it's hot out between 35 and 40, and man, that was nice and cold. So everything's good. Everything with that is clean there. The TV, that was a whole fucking fiasco. That still works, and hopefully the remote does too. I didn't test that yet, but it worked last time I tested it, so that was good. Yeah. Oh, and of course the lights here. I should get up there and clean them, because like that one's dirty on top. See? No? Alright. And yeah, so I got to do that, and that's controlled off a BN Link dimmer. So there's that. Oh, yeah, I know it's dirty here, and I'd love to clean it, but you don't know what a pain in the dick that is, so it generally stays dirty. Once every 10 years I'll clean it, and then it looks good for about a season. Yeah, so that's it. Otherwise everything else is working and doing well. Fence lights were dicked, and then dicked more, and then dicked more, and I just fixed them this morning, so probably later when it gets dark out, they're not going to work, so I can't show you that kind. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for that. I'll see if we can turn the waterfall off. No, it worked earlier. There he goes. Why would anything want to work on video? Yeah, I'll work that out in time. Everything's at the back of the yard where, you know, the Wi-Fi isn't as good, so it makes it a little tricky. A little tricky. Alright, that's going to be it. I'm going to have to do another little manual vacuuming. Get that little pile of leaves there, and there's some sand and shit in the corner. And I could suck it up on the steps there. Get rid of that. Definitely going in the pool tonight. Oh, hey, while we're here, let's see what in the hell the temperature is. 85? Almost. I don't know if you could read it. Almost 85, about 84, good. But, yeah, I think that's going to do it. Ah, that was a lot of fucking work. Alright, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to see the outside lights at night. And we got a bonus in the front, and you're not going to want to miss that, because I know you missed all the China review videos on all this stuff. By the way, while we're here, solar lights, all China, those are China. The ones in the pool from China, the waterfall from China, the fence lights, China. From China, the sensor, motion sensor from China. The other smart plug thing from China. The lantern, China. These, China. Everything on the table, China, including the umbrella. Gun sign from China. These lights from China. That sign from China. I bought the pink flamingos. I bought the sunflowers. The plants are the plants. Got that at Walmart. The rest is China. Weather station from China. Light on the fence from China. Paid way too much for the hose reel. All the lights on the table in there. China. The TV was thrown out. The computer was from Tallboy. Monitor was free years ago. The stereo was free. Speakers were free. The clock I bought. I bought the turtle and the lime. They did send me some other China floats, but I haven't blown them up yet. And I bought the glass block. But most of this was just provided free. So that's cool. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have it. But it sure does look very nice and inviting. And you're going to see that, like I said, in the next video, the outside lights at night. Thank you very kindly for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. And you're not going to want to miss it. So hope to see you there. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.